Good morning, everybody.
Good
I look
morning.
like I stuck my finger in a socket.
Oh,
It
goodness.
ain't been that rough this morning, but I look like it has. Oh, goodness.
It's real humid today.
It is. And that makes everything
Yeah.
go outward.
Real humid today. And I think the high today is going to be 66.
Yeah, I mean, we're both wearing long sleeve t-shirts, and
I could have a short sleeve t-shirt on.
I'm not wearing this when we get to like working this afternoon.
66, and tomorrow the high is going to be like 30.
Well, I didn't say the date.
Ain't that right?
Today is January the 18th. It is my mama's birthday. It is now 8:07 a.m. Yeah, tomorrow's.
Is it when the cold hits?
Tomorrow is when I think the wind starts coming in, maybe.
Yeah.
And brings in the cold air. And let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be below freezing, maybe. Temperatures are going to hover around freezing all day.
Crazy.
Not get much above freezing.
Crazy.
So I'm trying to get everybody fed today so I won't have to go out till Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Joke.
That is a joke.
That is a joke.
That is a joke. Speaking of birthdays, yours is tomorrow.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that felt like something.
Yours is tomorrow.
Tickling my nose. What does that mean?
Somebody's going to come see you with a hole in their breeches.
Yeah, but it's still there.
There's going to be several people.
Okay.
But, yep, tomorrow is my beautiful wife's birthday.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a cold one.
And it's going to be a cold one.
It could have been, well, my mama's got the good of it because today's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Not that we're going to be like playing or anything. Those days are over.
I figure we may cook out tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, dear. It's going to be too cold. Nobody wants to stand over a grill when it's. Well, I can't. So that's
you won't be
that's
out.
Well, I don't care. I don't want to have to look at you freezing.
85 in South Africa today.
I tell y'all, this weather is crazy. Crazy. They are predicting snow here for Tuesday. They're actually predicting snow as far south as Gulf Shores, the beach area, the coastal areas. So I told my mama last night, we kind of had a late night last night. I got back, I went and visited her, and I told her that it was going to snow at the beach. And I don't know when the last time that happened was. This is like snow, not just flakes.
Yeah.
Snow, accumulating snow. I told her that I was going to go to the beach because I wanted to see the snow, and
the beach.
Mary Carl would want to take pictures of the birds that are there and in the snow. And she thought I was being serious.
Oh.
She said, "Brooke, you are not going to the beach." And I said, "Yes, ma'am. I was only joking." So I got told by my mama that I can't go to the beach. So I'll have to stay here and see the snow.
Now, I ain't looked this morning.
Oh, I have.
And it changes.
I look during the night too.
2 to 3 times a day. Because if it goes too far south, then we're going to miss it.
Yeah, but guess what?
And if it goes too far north, we're going to miss it.
Well,
so
it's coming right through us. He's so negative. I don't like the way I'm not
negative. I'm just saying.
Well, you don't have to say it.
It changes like
just
3 times.
It's gonna snow here. It's gonna snow here. Okay. I mean, if it's my friend Sue Slaughter texted me this morning. Sue's down in Orlando.
She gonna get snow?
No, she told me happy birthday. And she hates the cold too. And I told her, I said, Sue, if it's got to be this cold, it better snow.
It better snow.
And she was saying, it's going to be cold in Orlando too. That she's ready for summertime. She's not one to complain about the heat, and Orlando's hot. But yeah, it better do something if it's going to be this low. Better.
Too bad it's not going to snow on your birthday.
It did when I was 16.
Did it?
It was a holiday. It was the Martin Luther King holiday on that Monday. Like my birthday was on a Saturday. So Martin Luther King was Monday, holiday, closed. Snowed on Tuesday. Couldn't take my driver's test till like that Wednesday or Thursday. What a mess.
Oh, we talked about that just the other day, you driver's test was delayed.
Yeah.
So
Who are we talking to?
I don't know, but I misspoke. I said that my driver test was delayed too. Mine wasn't delayed. So what happened to me was I remembered after I thought about it was that I took the test
Mm-hmm.
and passed,
Mm-hmm.
but the cameras were down. So I had to wait the next day
To get your actual
to get my
license?
actual license. And they said I could not drive.
That is sad.
I could not drive until I got the license. So I still had to wait another day.
You know,
And I
that
was so upset.
it was better that it snowed than getting your license and not being able to drive.
Got it. And you know how it is. You're 16 and
Oh, you
my
wanna drive.
gosh, it's just all the anticipation and excitement, and I couldn't drive. I had to wait a
Oh,
whole day
goodness.
to get my picture taken.
I think I just saw Head Family Farm on here.
Did you?
And I want to tell them
Oh goodness.
thank you from the deepest spot in my heart for all they have done to get these orders out from one location.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that them? Yeah.
Yep, there
There they are. And y'all tell them thank you too, because they are working their tails off to make sure. I mean, the shipping, y'all.
Yep.
So like somebody had $130 order, and we looked at the shipping because we want to save you guys money in the long run. We want you to be able to get what you want, and not have to pay $7 for honey and $5 for coffee, and
right, multiple shipping charges.
So this person had like $130 something order, and their shipping was $6.
It was like, yeah, I've been amazed. It's been,
now that depends on where you
live,
are,
yeah,
where you are, and what you bought,
what pounds you got. But yeah, it's been going great. Now we say that, and they may be over there pulling their hair out, but
no, Jacqueline said
they have. I've been checking on them.
She
several
says
times.
that things are going smooth, and it's and a lot of people aren't going to realize that they can order multiple things and not pay the shipping because it's been like this for so long that they've had to pay separate. But
that's right.
Some people have caught on, obviously, but it's going to take some time for everybody to realize no separate shipping.
Yep.
And we're so thankful to those guys for working so hard.
They're doing an amazing job. And so, yeah, no more multiple shipping charges, and you should get your stuff quicker than you were in the past.
It's a learning curve in the beginning,
especially once they get it, all the kinks worked out. But yeah, should be faster shipping and cheaper shipping.
That's right, and everything coming from one location.
And I saw some people on the post I made from Canada, and and I want to say this again. I don't know why Canada's customs are so pricey. I have no idea, y'all. But shipping to Canada is more expensive than shipping to Australia, it's crazy. So we do apologize, but we have no control over the shipping charges to Canada, which is our next door neighbor. It just blows my mind. But
it is what it is. And I think that people that live in Canada realize that, but
I think
still when they click their shipping, they're always amazed to see
they are,
that possibly a calendar that's inexpensive could cost them as much as $60 in shipping.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy.
Speaking of calendars, calendars are selling really well. Those are a limited quantity.
Yes.
So once they're gone,
they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you this to make you want to buy a calendar. I'm telling you to don't be upset if you want to buy one and they're gone, because they will sell out.
Yeah, we only bought a certain number,
and we can't get more.
We can't get more. So
when they're gone, they're gone. Just saying.
So what do you want to do on your birthday?
Well, I was just thinking as I walked out to the car.
Yeah.
That in the car, because I wanted to go in the car.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going over to Angie's auction. It's in Selma.
Ooh, yeah.
And they have one. Well, they don't have one every single week, but they have one on Sunday. And I think I haven't been to an auction in so long that and Mary Carl's never been. Never been to, hold up your number kind of auction. I think it would be fun. So, but we got to get everything done for Monday today if we're going to do that. So
I think it was Chili, or it looks like her name's Chili. And she says she's having trouble ordering a cup. It's saying that they can't ship to her address. You reach out to
Customer
Head Family
service.
Farm at the customer service email, which is orders@coghillfarm.com, I believe. And they'll get that straightened up for you.
Yeah,
They'll try to
any
figure it out.
problems that where you can't place an order or
Yeah.
whatnot, reach out to them and they will help you get through that process.
Yes.
And they are expected to be some glitches because all this is new.
Mhm.
But and we don't know from our end what's happening.
Right.
So
Right.
always let us know if there's something that needs to be changed or you're having a problem,
Mhm.
and we'll get that straight.
We will.
Best way we can, anyway.
Yeah, we haven't been to auction in a long time.
Haven't been to an auction. I have a number. I think I know where it is.
Do you really?
You know that white mail thing that used to hang at
Yeah,
Cog Hill
yeah,
at the old
Yeah.
farm?
Yeah.
It's in that attic right there.
Right.
Well, in that, I have all my auction numbers from, I got a lot of them, and I wrote on them what they were for. So I may not have to re-sign up for another number.
Okay, cool.
And if I do, they got it on file, so they can just keep my old number and
we used to go to auctions a lot back in the flea market days.
Yes, we did. And I got in trouble a lot. Sometimes our car wasn't big enough. Sometimes we had to go back another day and get the rest of it. But I was one of those that, I sold in a flea market booth. So I was one of those that waited on the last call, the stuff that didn't sell the first time go around. So we're going to do this all in one lot, for one money.
Yep.
$10. Well, it might not fit in one load, but that's $10. So I don't plan on doing that. And I don't plan on needing the truck. But there is some interesting stuff at that auction tomorrow. I can see you're reading. Your lips are moving.
It said shipping coffee. I had to go read that. Shipping for coffee, one bag is more through Ryan. Just checked. I wonder why.
I don't know. I was asking Jason yesterday about the shipping, if it had gone down because we're shipping a larger quantity from one location.
Yeah.
And that may be, we may be getting a better rate.
Yeah, because before we were shipping from multiple places.
So obviously not as many, items or orders were going out. But I don't know.
Yep.
Interesting, to say the least.
Somebody said they spent $300 on chicken at a 4-H auction.
Oh my goodness, that's easy to do because you want to help those kids.
It is, and a lot of times, so the kids, the way the 4-H works, if people don't know, so they go in 4-H, and so they raise this chicken from the get-go as part of the program, and then once it gets mature, it goes to the auction. And so the
not always. The child has the opportunity to keep it or auction it.
I thought they all went to the auction.
No.
Well, the family has an opportunity to buy it back in the auction, and that's what happened at the 4-H event that I judged that time.
Uh-huh.
So you could get in a battle
Yeah.
with the family wanting their animal and not even know it.
We bought some that were Muscovy ducks. Mary Carl was wee little. Do you remember that? And she had wanted Muscovy ducks, and we couldn't find them anywhere. And they were at the fair, and they auctioned them off at the end. I don't think it was 4-H, but it was an auction. Right. And they ended up, nobody wanted the Muscovies, and so they did them in a group, and it was like 10 Muscovies. You couldn't buy just one or two; you had to buy 10. And I could see Jason over there, like, oh gosh. This girl wants these ducks, and you can only buy 10 of them. Oh, so needless to say, for a long time, we had a lot of Muscovies, a whole lot of Muscovies.
A lot of Muscovies.
And we never processed one. We never ate one, but a lot of people said Muscovy tasted like steak.
Yeah.
So if you guys have eaten Muscovy, I'm not going to process any of them. But I've always wondered how different the flavor is in a Muscovy than a Peking, say.
I want to say the Muscovy is red meat.
It is red.
Yeah.
It's they say it's like the steak of waterfowl.
Yeah.
They say that about sandhill crane too.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good.
I'm not eating one.
Well, I'm not processing it. I might taste it, but I'm not gonna do the. You know what I mean? I'm not hunting them either.
Very fatty compared to a Peking. Michael Key said if that was his chicken, he was going to stay in the house.
Yeah. It's going to be a special one, that's for sure.
Cindy, you're right. Muscovies, they're considered invasive species in a lot of states.
Florida, for one.
Yeah, several states, they are considered an invasive species because they breed extremely fast.
And the crazy thing is in our experience, normal ducks would just lay here and there and everywhere and sit on them out in the open, maybe. Not Muscovies. They'd hide under a crevice. You'd never see their nest, and out they come with 24 babies waddling behind them.
They sure would.
And we always got to laugh until we had 24 mouths to feed.
Woo.
They added up.
Yeah, you would have a Muscovy disappear, and you'd think that, possibly a predator got her.
Yeah, and then out she comes 28 days later. Muscovies take a little longer to hatch. And all of those babies behind her. Mallards, they would hide too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
sandhill cranes are known as the ribeye of the sky.
Yes, I have heard that. I would taste it, but like I said, I'm not interested in hunting them and cooking them and cleaning them.
Yep.
I just would want somebody else to do that hard work for me.
Karen said those 4-H auctions helped pay for her college.
How about that?
That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Pretty awesome.
So there's a channel. It's a YouTube channel, and it's twin brother and sister, and they are 4-H, right?
Lester said, "Happy birthday."
Thank you, Lester. I appreciate it.
I hope all the colonoscopy.
We'll talk about that later, Lester.
Oh goodness.
What was I saying?
The twins.
That raised the show pigs.
Oh yeah, that Datsun farm.
Aren't they Dodson?
Dotson. I think it's either Datsun or Dotson.
Aren't they 4-H?
I'm sure they are 4-H, yes.
But they have y'all, it is Jason showed me it for the first time.
Y'all, I get so tickled watching. I don't know if y'all ever seen them.
You need to find how it's spelled.
Especially the girl, because she means business. This is no fun and games with her at all. Now her twin brother, he does it too, but I don't know if you ever seen it. I had to find this because I get so tickled.
Y'all, I'm telling you,
I can't serious.
I can't watch a lot of content. I'm just saying. But this is something that
it is I
can't take my mind off of. When I watch it, I'm just like, I'm amazed. What is it? How do you spell it?
Datsun.
Spell it.
Dadson. This is her right here.
Why has it got the words on it? You can't see the pig. Oh, there we go.
Hang on. Let me find the one where she they usually have the ones that are big pinned at the top, but they don't have them pinned this time.
She takes that, that stick and moves them around, and she's so focused.
Oh my
goodness. And the pigs are just amazing. I said I was going to recreate what she does with hers with Peaches and see how disciplined Peaches is.
What's funny?
I mean, she doesn't hit them or anything.
No,
it's just to steer them.
She's before the competition starts. She is all fun and games, but once
look at her, y'all.
Once that competition starts, now
it is on.
She is focused. It is something to watch. Maybe this was a good one.
But if y'all hadn't seen it, you oughta. I mean, we don't know them. We just have seen her showing these pigs, and it is
something else.
Can't y'all see Peaches doing that?
And that's her twin brother. But it's so funny. It is so funny. They've gotten really big on social media. But
so that's something y'all might enjoy seeing if you hadn't ever seen it before.
The crazy thing that is unreal is how they care for those pigs every single day. And
those kids do it.
They have to change out the shavings every day.
And this is before school. They're not homeschooled.
Yeah. And then they brush them, have to put this
oil on them.
It is crazy what they do for those pigs, but it's good for them. They're going to learn big responsibility as they grow up. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I recently saw something advertised, speaking of animals that you got to oil, and it was a silky goat. And I've heard of it before, but this was advertised being for sale in Alabama. I was like, oh my gosh, Jason, look, they're beautiful. So we got to he said, I bet you got to brush those things and
Oh,
groom them.
goodness. I can't imagine.
So I Googled it, and sure enough, it's a lot to keeping up. A silky goat. Now, they're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Is Dadson Farm on Facebook or the
I don't
YouTube?
know. It's like the word dad and the word son. DADSON. I
That's
don't know
their
his
last name, isn't it?
I think that's their last name. Yep. And their parents are all in. And I think it's generations. So I think he showed pigs, and I think the dad showed pigs, and I think before that showed pigs. And so
And the parents are just as into it as the kids.
that's what I'm saying. They're all in because their kids are so obsessed with it. And so yeah, they're all in, and they travel all over the place too.
All right. So somebody wanted to know if a silky goat was the same as a
Angora?
No, Angora's a rabbit. Well, they
Somebody
did
said
say Angora,
goat. Yeah.
but no, a silky goat is totally different. They have long hair. Let's see if I can't find one. The one that
their cousin shows sheep. She does, and
Okay.
I've seen them have some sheep before too.
That's a silky goat. Y'all look at the long hair and how pretty it is. But I'm gonna tell you, I am not signing up for a goat that I got to groom. It said you got to brush it, you got to bathe it. If y'all know anything about
Put
goats,
oil in its hair.
Goats don't like water,
Yeah.
so I can see me trying to
Yeah.
bathe a. I mean, you do it from early on. I guess it becomes routine, but I'm not getting a silky goat. Needless to say, that's out of my time allotment.
What got plenty to do besides brushing goats
and
clean its hair every day. Yep.
That's they're pretty though. They're for somebody, but not for me. Speaking of goats with long hair, I want to say thank y'all to somebody special to us, and that is Adventures with Me and T. And she was so kind to send Mary Carl a lot of her alpaca wool. I mentioned that Mary Carl was making the needle felted items, and Londa she sent oodles of material for Mary Carl to make the needle felted birds with. And Mary Carl is very thankful. Of course, she's not on here to thank her, but
she lit up when she opened the box.
Y'all, that was so sweet of her. It was. And if y'all don't subscribe to their YouTube channel, they are trying to reach a milestone. So, Londa, if you want to put your link to your YouTube channel, and we'll put it up there so folks can go and subscribe. They're good folks. They're down there in Florida, and we appreciate them being moderators, friends.
Yes.
And then,
absolutely.
On top of that, doing just sweet things for us. And,
they're the best.
Wait till she shows it. We'll put it up there.
Somebody asked about the Christmas coffee. So it is coming. I think Ryan got everything he needed in yesterday.
There it is. Put that up there.
All
right. Y'all subscribe to that channel while we
yesterday. And so the Christmas coffee, it was at the end of the year, it's hard to get stuff in the coffee world. So Ryan will have that ready. Once he gets that roasted and blended, and then Jacqueline and Zach pick it up, we'll get it on the website and let you guys know.
That's right.
Yep.
And it shouldn't be too much longer, should it?
I don't think so.
It's I think he's got to let that flavor soak for a certain amount of time.
I don't know exactly how all that works. He will explain it to me.
And that's why Ryan does the coffee.
Goes over my head, so I let him handle that.
That's right. That's right.
Oh goodness!
Thank y'all for subscribing to Wanda and Tom's channel. They appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll send Ryan a message and ask him about the coffee
when it's going to be available.
Yep.
Yes.
And this will be the last batch until Christmas, and he'll let me know how many bags it is too, because I don't want to tell y'all wrong on that either.
All right, folks are wanting to know how my colonoscopy went.
Yep.
Okay, y'all. So it was called, oh goodness, Gavalux. I think that's what it was called. That was my prep. There's all different kinds of prep. But mine started with a G, Gava. And it was the gallon jug that I had to drink. Of course, it came with that lemon flavor, but I did a lot of research before, and people said to use a flavor that's different than the lemon because it'll make it tastier. So I used Crystal Light.
Yeah.
And I used the powder that's meant for the gallon jugs or
Mhm.
half a gallon. Added 2 packets of it, but it was still nasty. It didn't taste good, but it wasn't intolerable. I made Jason drink a sip of it just so he would know what to expect. And he said it wasn't nearly as bad
Mhm.
tasting
Yep.
as what he thought it was going to be. He thought it was going to be like an Alka-Seltzer,
I
right?
did. I thought it was gonna taste like that, which I can't stand.
I don't think anybody likes Alka-Seltzer.
I don't like that chalky, you know. Ugh. I don't like them.
So my prep was drink half of it the night before and half of it the next day.
Mhm.
Well, I started at 5 o'clock that evening, and you drink. Most of y'all already know this, but some people don't know, and I'm gonna explain it.
Mhm.
You drink 8 ounces every 15 minutes until you're halfway finished with that 64-ounce jug. Well, it took a little while for it to start working, and I was kind of getting concerned. I was like, "What if this stuff didn't work?" Catherine said, "It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Don't you worry. It's gonna work." So, needless to say, I was afraid I was gonna stay up all night, and I didn't. I slept all night long.
You did.
Got up the next morning, did not have to set an alarm because my procedure was not until 12:30, and I had to start 5 hours ahead of time. So that meant I started at 7:30 that morning, and didn't set an alarm. Slept all night. Drank the second half of the stuff, and literally, y'all, I got to the point on about cup number 8 where I thought I can't drink anymore. I don't want to drink this last cup, but I never threw up. I never felt really bloated. It was easy. It was really easy. The worst part of it was drinking the stuff. And they allow you to have free valet parking at UAB. So they call him Driver. So Driver had to be with me.
That was my name.
Driver. Is Driver here? Yes, here's Driver. Driver, come with me. So Driver followed all the rules and valet parked for free and got in there. And, of course, the procedure didn't actually start until 2:30. So I figured up that I had been like 47 hours without food, solid food. And then on top of that, my liquid diet, which was before that. So a long time without solid food, but I really wasn't that hungry. I could have ate, yeah, but I wasn't like, oh,
yeah.
And the procedure literally was quick. I will say that I told them when I got out of my little, they use Propofol, which puts you in sleep quick and out of sleep quick. But you were out of it. You didn't know what was going on. They were wheeling me in that bed back to my recovery room, and Jason wasn't even in there. And I looked up at the person and I said, "Is it over?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "I just hit send on that email." And they started laughing, and my mind was coming back then. And I said, I told them, I said, the whole time I've been in that procedure, I've been typing up this email. And as soon as that procedure was over, I hit send. And that's as long as it took. And that's all I can remember, y'all. Is it was quick, fast, and in a hurry, and I didn't have any polyps that had to be removed. So 10 whole years.
You gotta go 10 years.
10 years before I have to do it again. And I'm so glad that I did it because it made somebody else see how easy it was. And of course, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Everybody has different reactions. Some people's, is better than others. I had a good reaction.
You did?
I encourage anybody that hasn't done it to do it. I mean, you do one. If you have a bad experience, it's over. Don't decide what you want to do from that point forward, but it can save lives. We have a friend right now who is same age as me, and he has colon cancer, and he's about to have another surgery to remove the muscle. So he's going to have a bag from this point forward. But not to say coulda, woulda, shoulda, but they're now recommending 45 for the screening age, and Anthony, may not have had cancer at that point. We don't know.
We don't know.
So get your screenings done. It can save your life.
That's right. That's right. And I am going to get mine done. I'm in contact with my doctor, and we're setting it all up. So.
And he's not doing the box. He's doing the actual procedure.
Yes, that's right.
And I'm tickled pink about that. Not because I want to see him get cleaned out, but I just want you to be healthy and take all the steps that you can to prevent something.
That's right.
So
That is right.
Enough about that.
So in the video yesterday about the electric wire breaking, I don't know why me and you didn't think of this, but I think our followers have it figured out.
Yeah, I do too, and it didn't cross my mind.
Didn't cross my mind either.
Never crossed my mind.
But the first assumption is a deer, and more likely that's more likely what it was, but it could have been something else. But more likely that a deer possibly tried to jump it and didn't see it.
Right.
And his foot caught it.
Yep.
And just ripped it and broke it.
And, the deer got away because there's no deer.
Oh, yeah, got away. But that's more likely what happened. And that other piece, because the leaves are all falling, it's probably right around in that area.
It probably is. Yep. But, you know, some people were saying that they were worried somebody had cut it. Nobody cut it.
Oh, no, nobody cut it.
Nobody cut it. There was no, I mean, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
Especially
you can tell that it tore.
Yeah.
Whatever
it
happened,
wasn't clean.
It tore.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shredded.
Somebody wanted to know, what did you eat after your cold? What'd you eat?
Well, I find it for you. I told y'all what I wanted to eat, and so I asked the people if I could eat that. Well, during the prep, they told me, the girl told me, she said, you want to eat bland afterwards. You know, you might still have some loose bowels, and you want to just play it safe and eat bland. And I thought, okay. So I asked the girl after it was over, I said, do I need to restrict my diet? And she said, girl, you go eat whatever you want to. And I thought, that's the girl I wanted to hear from, because I did just that. Here's what I ate. And if you know, you know, that's that red bag with that Chick-fil-A sandwich hanging out of it. And it was good. So that's what I wanted. And that's what I ate. And it all went well. I never had any complications. Now I say everybody's different.
That's right.
So just because I ate Chick-fil-A don't mean you can eat Chick-fil-A, but I felt good and I felt comfortable enough to eat what I wanted.
That's right. So you had your Chick-fil-A.
Had my Chick-fil-A. Mary Carl had her way. There wouldn't be no Chick-fil-A. She does not care for it, but I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Oh man, I'm looking down here. That was that. So we got a little surprise from some friends that we did not expect.
No, we went to the post office. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday when we got this.
Yesterday, and I saw the label on it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, Stone Hollow Farmstead in Birmingham, Alabama." Y'all know that we've talked about these people before because they did that wonderful honeysuckle jelly. And then I recreated it, and I told y'all, don't try to do that. Just buy a jar if you want it, because it was hard to do. They had us a surprise.
They sent us a little goodie box yesterday.
Look how beautifully packaged it is.
Isn't that pretty?
I wonder if that's freeze dried, or is it just dried?
It's hard to
sunflower.
Say. It feels that could be freeze dried.
Huh?
Could be. It could be. And I was like, oh my goodness. And basically it was a thank you for us mentioning them a few times last year. And then they work with all these local farms. It's all local. It's a local business. It's just, we would love supporting them.
Yes. I mean, when I first did it, I had no idea that, you know, folks were going to go order from them and this, that, and the other. We just share things that we like, and they appreciated it. So, we appreciate them, and we're going to try to make a trip over there so y'all can see this.
Oh, it's a beautiful store.
It is. It's in downtown Birmingham, in the Pepper Tree Shopping Plaza. And they sent what, Jason?
I just realized. So they just started a
pickled subscription.
They called it something. I don't want to mess this up. The pickle of the month? I think it's pickle of the month.
Well, my thought when you said pickle of the month was like a deal.
Pickle and preserves of the month.
Pickle and preserve.
Yep. And so that's what they're doing. And so this month they sent us pickled red onions.
Pickled red onions.
And I told you it was pepper jelly in there. But it's hot pepper jelly. I don't know how hot it is.
Oh, it'll be fine.
But we're gonna find out because I'm anxious to see what this tastes like. Because I'm excited about this. Would be really good on some toast, like thick French bread, like a
I'm thinking
bruschetta
like
or
a
something like that.
hamburger or like a Kaneka sausage
The hot pepper
dog.
jelly?
No, the red onions.
I think you put them together.
Oh, you think?
That's what I think.
Well, maybe. Okay, so we have a panini press. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you saying it.
It's been stored away for a long time. And we don't eat many sandwiches.
Yeah.
But we kind of got burnt out on eating the same thing for lunch every day. And so I bought some turkey.
Mhm.
And turkey doesn't have a lot of flavor, but we want to eat something healthy. And I remember that panini press that was stored away. So we got it down and we made us a turkey sandwich and made it real good. That would be good on it. In that panini press with that stuff on it.
That would be good. Absolutely good.
What'd you say?
I saw something. I want to go back.
You're not going to find it.
I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. So I want to try it.
And y'all, I got a little something for him to try it with. We were hustling this morning. We went and fed and got back, and
oh, it smells good.
Then he told me that he had set the live for. I didn't bring a plate though.
I don't need no plate.
So we were hustling, trying to get everything together, but I broke that one. So I brought some crackers and some cream cheese. And we're gonna get a little sampling.
So we're gonna test this right here.
Are you wanting to put the onions on there too?
Heck yeah.
On a cracker.
Somebody said, "Be careful with the hot pepper jelly." I am. I'll be careful. I'll be careful.
Tell you what. All right. So you got a little, and I brought 2 spoons.
Okay.
I brought 2 spoons. We don't want to double dip.
So y'all will know by my reaction how hot it is. Real quick, like.
My pepper jelly, I left what you need. May I hold it?
No.
You gonna put 2 of them on there at one time? Do one at a time.
No, I gotta do it up. Man, if you gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
I took the seeds out of my peppers, but it's still every now and then had a little bite to it.
So we're fixing to
Can you see seeds in that pepper jelly? Look how pretty it is.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, you just went ahead and ate the whole thing. See, I can't do that. Is it good? You got me interested now. I'm going to have one.
I know, without a doubt, what I'm going to have watching the national championship game on Monday.
That, if I don't eat it all before then. Oh, you know what I bought, Jason?
The pepper jelly, it's got a slight kick, but it's not. It's not bad at all. Y'all.
I bought the little cocktail smokies and some chili sauce and some grape jelly. So you can have that too. I didn't tell you that I bought that. I better be going to buy me a loaf of bread if it's going to snow Tuesday. My mama went to the grocery store yesterday and said, Brooke, it was packed.
Oh, I bet.
Now, am I going to be too hot?
No, it's not that bad.
Because all I got is coffee to wash it down.
It's not that bad, I promise. I ain't going to mess with you. I ain't going to trick you.
It's pretty darn hot, Jason.
Really?
It's hot.
It wasn't that hot at all to me.
He doesn't. It's hot, but it's good.
Look at your face compared to mine. I mean, I didn't think it was hot at all.
He doesn't ever think anything's hot though. He'll eat that wing sauce that you use.
Yeah,
man, that's hot. This is only cream cheese. I'm gonna wash it down. That was hot.
I got
not too hot though.
It's not that bad. There's some water over there if you want some water.
I'm okay now after that one.
Okay. I didn't mean to.
It's raining.
Yeah. I didn't mean to. I wasn't tricking you. It wasn't hot to me.
You steered me wrong. But it's good.
Have
just
I
a little Wayne.
Speed Bump Garage. Isn't that the young man that does the giant pumpkins?
Jack?
Yeah.
Grow Jack Outdoors. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I watched some of his stuff. I think it's awesome. I wish I could weld like that little boy could. That young man can weld and work on.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We are gonna start experimenting with welding because I have had this startup kit down there in the old barn.
Is it a welder though? I think it's just a torch.
It don't matter. We got to have all of it.
Okay.
So we got to have a helmet. We got to have a welding helmet.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
We gotta have a welder too.
Well, we got to have a welder, but
and we gotta figure out what kind of welder we want. So this is what I want to know, and I'm gonna say this in my video too. What is the best type of welder for a beginner? Do we want a stick welder? Do we want a wire weld? I don't know anything about welding. And so if any of y'all are welders.
And here's our goal. We're not going to be welding cars together. We're
I
going to
might
be. Well, I'm just saying, to begin with, to learn, to practice.
Okay.
For initial, we want to stick one piece of metal to another piece of metal. And that's the goal. That's the practice.
Yep.
So what do we need to do that? I think it's a stick welder.
To me, the stick welder is for more farm use, like if something breaks on your tractor, and
it's portable.
It don't have to be super clean. What you're welding doesn't have to be super clean. The wire welder, I think, it's got to be prepped and super clean.
All right, I'm seeing stick welder.
Depends on what kind of metal you're welding. Okay.
Well, we're not going to probably do aluminum.
I could ask Cody at Bar 7. I may send them a message too. Wire welder.
And they said ask Caden. Well, Caden's in the learning process.
He is in the learning process.
So ask Hidden Heights. Yes, I can ask Hidden Heights.
You talked to her before because she's welds.
She welds.
Yep.
And
can't use a stick welder for cars. Okay.
Why?
Because it's the type of welder. I'll bring you a welder, but it's not a stick. Nick at Chestnut Hills. Nick, you know how to weld? I didn't know if you know how to weld, man.
My focus just got like, what? Nick knows how to weld?
Maybe Zoe does.
Maybe Zoe does. We don't know who this is.
Oh, man.
If Nick knows how to weld, Nick, you can come over here anytime, brother. And if you know how to use the stick welder, okay, for a living.
I didn't know he did that. Nick, I thought you sat in the office somewhere and just typed on the keyboard and made sure that nothing went bad at the power plant. I thought you was like Homer Simpson.
So here we are asking about welding, and we got the welder right here. All right. So we got this covered. Nick, you tell us when you want to start, and we will buy what we need to buy.
Why in the world did you try to hook me up with Chris when you can weld the Volkswagen bus too if I need some welding done on it?
Who's Chris?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, he does now. He's Homer Simpson now.
Oh.
But for the first 20 years, he welded.
Okay. So he's moved up in the world, but still.
Oh, we got this. Oh, we're going to have welding lessons.
We sure are.
Welding lessons with Nick.
Yep. And we just need to know how to put two pieces of metal together.
Chris is better than he is.
Okay. Well, we don't care about that. You know how to do it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right.
Nick, we need to know what we need to buy. I'll send you a picture of what I've got in this kit.
That's right.
It says gas pony on the box.
I think we just got a torch for cutting the metal with, but we need an actual welder. So depends on what type of metals you're going. I've seen that a lot, and that makes sense. So
well, eventually we need to know how to do it all.
Yep.
But we got to start out by what?
Somebody wants to know how Caden's doing, how Caden is feeling. So I got to show y'all this picture that Mr. Tony sent me yesterday. Tony Green, Campfire and Countryside.
You working on it?
I'm working on it. Here it is right here. So this is Caden right here. And we told y'all Caden's a big outdoorsy person, outdoorsman. And he is headed, I'm guessing, to his stand. He make a stalk hunt too.
Yeah, but, his mama said he was gonna sit on the ground.
Okay. So Caden is gone to go stalk hunting, sitting on the ground. And so yeah, he's getting better. But there's
he's
Caden
got his
right
rifle on him with his crutches.
And his cast on.
And his cast.
Yeah.
Poor kid, y'all. I know I've said it before, but I hate that happened to him because he's such a go-getter. And yesterday we got our hair cut, and Heather was asking us what had been going on the farm and this, that, and the other. And so we had not had our hair cut since we had Caden.
Right.
And so we started telling her about Caden coming to help on the farm, and she knew Caden. She knew his mama. She knew his daddy. And she was like, y'all, They are really, really good people.
Yes.
And he is a good boy. She
That's
said
right.
she had known him since he was knee high to a grasshopper. And just he was one of confirm what we already knew, that he was a good kid. So we can't wait for Caden to get to where he's feeling better. And had somebody stop last week on the side of the road. And he said, ma'am, he was kind of running down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is it? And I turned the tractor off and I looked and I thought I was on fire or something. You know, he was running after me. And he said he was looking for farm work. And I took his number down, but I had told Caden
That's right.
that we going to wait on him.
We're going to wait on him to get back.
I wouldn't feel comfortable telling
Mhm.
somebody to come help us and then get Caden back and let that person go, because Caden can work better than 3 people.
Right.
I mean, that's the truth. He's a hardworking kid.
I saw somebody said that their sister looked at the community college and they had classes and she took it and loved it. So I don't know if Jeff State has welding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I may look into that.
Oh, it's just gonna be fun.
I may look into that.
Yeah, I want you to get your transcripts now, because
oh man, I ain't worried about all that.
Well, they probably got to have it for you to enroll.
Nah,
you don't think?
No, we ain't got. They probably just need a driver's license and you're in.
You know, I think our transcripts are gone.
It might be.
Jason and I enrolled in. We thought we were going to transfer to a 4-year university, and we did. We sent all of our stuff over to a 4-year university, and something happened. We didn't end up. We stood in line for a long time, but we never took the classes, and all of our transcripts went to this college, and the college closed down.
Yeah,
I don't even know where.
That was I know what happened. I know. I got mad that day.
Well,
I got mad, and rightfully so.
We left.
I left, and
we left. I was with you too.
I know it, and I got a standing ovation when I left.
I don't remember
that. I don't get mad, and here's the thing with me is that I don't get mad, but then when Jeff State has welding, I'm gonna look into that. I'm serious too. Okay. I'm serious. So I don't get mad, and then I start getting a little mad, and then I'm fairly calm, and I just hold it in. And then there's a breaking point. And then the breaking point is when I get mad. And so we went to this particular college, and I had all my paperwork, everything done. And the schedule was this. So the few days prior, even the week prior, what it was, they had, and this was printed on their schedule, prior students. So these certain days, a week before is when you come in to register if you're a prior student, if you're going to school there or whatever.
Yeah. A returning
student. So then then when we went was for new students.
Mm-hmm. We were transferring from a 2-year college to a 4-year college.
So they already had their chance to go. Mm-hmm. They had 3 or 4 days they could have went. Then it was for the new students. So they could come in and get all their classes before everybody else could. And that's perfectly fine. I understand that. So the line was long for new students. And so we're waiting in line. And of course, it's going slow. And every probably every 15, 20 minutes, they would poke their heads out and they would say, any returning students. And some people in the back would raise their hand and they would walk right past everybody's been standing in line there for an hour or so and get waited on. And after they did this about 5 times, and I'm sitting there looking at the schedule, and so was everybody else in line, they're all like, why in the world did they didn't do this a week ago when it was their turn to do it? Why are they skipping us? Y'all, I was the next person to go see a counselor to get my classes set up, and they came out and did it again, and that was it. That was the
tipping point.
That was the tipping point. I took the papers, I tore them, and I threw them up. And I told them that this is crazy. These people had the opportunity to come last week for a whole week to get their schedule done. And now here y'all are skipping all of us that have been waiting in line for 3 or 4 hours. This is not right. I'm done. I don't need to go to school that bad. And to tell y'all that those people waiting in line were clapping They were.
Did
And
they
I turned
leave too?
around.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but I turned around and walked off.
And I stood there for a second trying to figure out what to do.
And then the next day, the dean called my phone, and I told him I'm going to school there. I just wasn't going, and I
So
did.
that meant I wasn't going to school there either because,
Yep,
we were in this together.
it just wasn't right.
No,
It wasn't right, and we've been waiting in line for hours, and just to keep doing that over and over and over when they had their opportunity the week prior to get their stuff done. And so, yeah, I just wasn't right, and I
Well,
didn't.
something else made you a little aggravated this weekend, but you didn't do anything about it. And that was Mary Carl drove you to Harrison Lake.
Mhm.
And she was, she doesn't drive very fast. She's driving
She
slow
doesn't.
because she's learning.
That's right.
And you told I wasn't with them. I went to go get hay while they
Mhm.
went to Harrison Lake. And you said she got in the turning lane and was going kind of slow.
She got in a turn lane. She turned her blinker on. She was going kind of slow. And then the person behind her slammed on the horn, got over,
And blowing the horn the whole time.
and then cut her off in front and turned right in front of us. And yeah, that made me mad because it was Mary Carl. That was my daughter, and Diddy was coming out. And I was so happy that person didn't stop or wanted to say something ugly. And because Diddy would have come out, Daddy Bear would have come out.
Daddy would have come out. And it didn't faze Mary Carl.
It didn't faze Mary Carl in the least. She didn't
She don't care if somebody
one bit.
I let her drive the other day when we were going to town, and two people passed us on solid yellow lines.
Yeah. And she doesn't speed limit.
She's not going to drive too fast. She's realized now how aggressive drivers can be.
She is. She does. Now, she don't go over the speed limit, and she don't drive below the speed limit. If it's 45, she's going to do 45. And of course, people just kind of antsy and get in a hurry. And yeah.
But the good thing is she doesn't get upset about it.
Doesn't bother her at all.
And she don't speed up. She just continues on.
And it wouldn't have bothered me if I'd have been driving. It was just the fact that it was Mary Carl, and that's my daughter, and
they had no patience, and we're being ugly.
And your parent gene kicks in, and you're gonna protect your child. And I would have protected her. I would have stood up for her, and I'm just glad he didn't stop.
I tell you, she's a child that is just gonna do right.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to do anything that's not legal, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, that's
right. Speed limit's 45.
That's right.
I feel like that's what she's always gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
She's always gonna just follow the rules.
That's right.
I'm thankful for that we don't have a rule breaker, because not to say I got in trouble, but I wasn't a rule follower, so to speak. Not like she is. You probably were more so than me.
Probably so.
Yeah. She's more like him in that aspect. I was tested.
Mm-hmm.
Or I tested, I should say.
That's right.
So.
But I wrote down something that somebody said that they found a cornbread muffin, like your grandparent, like your grandma had, that I restored here recently. Said they found it at the flea market for $7.
Really?
Yes, that's a good price.
Congratulations to you.
That's a good price. Those things usually generally go on the market for resale for around $20. So that's pretty good.
Huh? That is pretty good.
Somebody
said, do you have learner plates in the USA? We do not. The tag that you have on your car is the same as everybody else's. So there's, you can get a magnet that says student driver. I don't think she would want that, but it's an option. We could put student driver,
That's
be
right.
patient, something like that. I'll ask her.
Craig said you were the follower. Jason was one that corrupted you.
Oh. Well, Craig's got that backwards. Craig's got that backwards because first of all, I was the one hanging out with Craig, not Jason.
Matter of fact, my senior year, I was Christian Boy of the Year.
That's exactly right.
So it was. But speaking of cast iron, we talked about it, that only one part of this collection that this lovely lady sent me.
Yes.
Had came in, and I was worried sick because it was 2 boxes.
And nail.
Ann Nail.
I screenshotted her name. She said something. We could just call her Ann, but
Okay.
Ann Nail
Miss
is how
Ann.
you say her name. And
So-
I'll tell y'all, Miss
Oh,
Ann is a sweetheart.
She is such a sweet lady.
She doesn't realize what a smile she put on both of our faces, but Jason's more interested in the actual pieces
Yep.
than I am. Of course, when I see them, I'm interested. But y'all
Farm.
see.
Somebody want to know the place where we got the pepper jelly from? It is Stone Hollow Farmstead.
Yes,
Yep.
Adventures with Me and T put it there.
There we go.
You wanna, that's where the pepper jelly came from, and they do ship, so
Yep.
you can order if you're interested in that.
Yep.
And they have other products. You don't have to just order that. That's a new something.
We need to go in that store.
We will.
We've been friends with them for a while. They have even back in the day when we were doing our forest raised meat chickens. They would purchase from us. And,
Yes.
they work with just local farmers. It's amazing.
They're good folks.
I'm so glad that they're able to do that.
Yes.
Yep.
You couldn't ask for
No.
You couldn't ask for better people because they want to help local
I don't know
farms.
if I can pick these up. So Miss Ann had two pieces that she no longer used, and she basically said that we bring her so much joy, and these pieces were just sitting there, and she wanted them to go to someone that would absolutely adore them. And trust me, I'm adoring them.
He's adoring them, y'all. He has talked about these pieces. It came in 2 separate boxes. We talked about that on the live. We said we would share this when all the pieces came in, and here they are. She sent not 1, but 2.
2 waffle makers right here. There's one right here.
Y'all check that out.
They are.
Is that the oldest one?
No, this one's not the oldest one per the dates.
I mean, that one's old, but it ain't the oldest of the 2.
Really old.
That screen was shaking, Jason.
Was it?
It's heavy.
My knee hit it. And this is the other one Miss Ann sent me right here.
Y'all check that out. Is that not cool?
Aren't they beautiful?
I want to use it, Jason.
We're going to use them. I'm going to get them seasoned up. This one, you can see this one's silver. So it's starting to get a little bit of rust on it. So I'm going to get these in the tank soon.
They're really heavy. We can't stand there and sit there and hold them up. But
they're beautiful.
Jason said, "You think I ought to bring them up there and show them?" I said, "Absolutely. A picture does not do those things justice." So thrilled that Miss Ann Nail did not have any use for them and sent them to somebody that's gonna.
Oh goodness! I'm already figuring out where I'm gonna put them. And
oh gosh, y'all. He said, "What do you think they look like right here?"
Yep.
I said, "You could put them anywhere your heart desires." So she's a sweet lady for thinking of us and sending us that.
Miss Jane, I think I'm going to do it. I really am.
What, the Welding?
Mm-hmm. She said she took it because of her job and she loves it.
We need to figure out how many days it's offered, how long the program is. Got a lot to figure out. And when the next semester starts, it's probably just started.
Mm-hmm.
The next one's probably going to be summer, which may not be as many people enrolled.
Maybe you might be right.
I don't know. We'll see.
You're probably right. I want to show you guys something, and I recorded it too, but our live stream folks get a little heads up. So talking about cast iron and the tank, the electrolysis tank, y'all. So this was the worst pan yet. And this was the biggest pan I've done too. And I put it in the tank.
Hang on. It's not Andale from Andale Homestead.
No. It's not that Miss Andale.
Ann Nail. This is a follower of ours. She does not have a channel. So while we love Miss Andale.
We love Miss Andale.
She is not the one that sent the waffle irons.
Sorry.
She wouldn't know what you're talking about if you wouldn't told her thank you. I had to say that. Sorry.
Oh man. So the tank, I put this piece in there and it was in there for 4 days and I never peeked at it. So I'm learning. And so in the one prior to that, or the 2 prior to that, I would peek at it and look at this. And then I left this one in here for 4 days. The worst one yet.
And this was one that I used a lot.
And the biggest piece I've done too. So when I pulled it out of the tank, y'all, everything, the grime and all was leaning over like this. And it came off. That's hitting my hand right there.
That's just a wad of grease,
there.
basically.
It came
Build
off
up.
in one sheet. Just came off and right down to the bare metal right there.
I mean, it looked like a piece of paper before he wadded it up.
So
It was just a sheet.
there it is, better. So I was just amazed how well the E-Tank did on that one. I really am. And
I need that skillet back. I mean, I
Yeah.
need it to be seasoned up, and you've already started
I
on
put
it.
I put one coat on it yesterday, and I put the rusted popover pan
In
the E-Tank yesterday. So that's the first bad rusted piece I've seen. And so I'm anxious to see what it looks like. I am building a bigger tank. Nick has brought me the perfect size tank that he just looks like a blue garbage can, but it was
it's a barrel.
And
can
so,
you put more than one piece in at a time?
Sure, you could.
If your tank was big enough,
if your tank was big enough, and you'd have to figure out how to get the negative end to go to both pieces would be the main
You
thing.
mean to tell me you put a clamp on that piece?
Yeah, you put the negative end on the piece, and you put the positive end on your metal on your tank.
On the cast iron?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know all this.
Yep. The negative cable goes on your cast iron, and the positive end goes on your metal.
So it really is a reaction that causes it.
It pushes the stuff off. They call that metal in your tank your sacrificial metal. So it pushes the stuff off your cast iron and attracts it to the metal.
That is absolutely bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know all that.
And you use the washing soda because it can carry the current. That's one reason you use it.
I'm no chemist.
So there's no really. That's the only I guess quote unquote chemical is the Arm & Hammer washing soda. Other than that, it's just water. It's just water that, and it doesn't get hot. There's no heat. It's so I mean it's crazy how it works. Crazy how it works.
Could a lady build that tank?
Absolutely. Y'all saw, if you didn't see the video, so you don't know how easy it was.
I didn't. I mean, I don't know anything about it except for it's sitting in the barn.
It is.
That's
so
all I know
easy.
about it.
Does the cable can go in the liquid, but I just usually right now, since my tank's so small, the handle's sticking up a little bit, so I just clip it on the handle. But a lot of people use a coat hanger and hook it and dip it in the all the way down and clip it to the coat hanger. I've seen people do that.
Why don't they want to touch it?
Oh, it won't matter. I'm just saying you'd have to, in case you don't want to have to stick your hand down in there or anything like that. I guess you can pull it up and take it off.
Huh.
A lot of people use an eye bolt too and drill a hole in a 2x4 and put a long eye bolt in it and hook their pan to it and then go down in there and then clamp it on the eye bolt like that.
Marcella said, "Oh my God, a woman can do anything." I didn't mean it like a woman can't do anything, because I am one that I know I can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if somebody such as my mama, who does not have any experience in building anything, could she do that?
Sure.
Would she feel comfortable doing that? I did not mean to insult women by all means, because I'm an advocate. I can do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't have said it that way. Can a woman do it?
Yep.
I didn't mean it that way.
Will it shock if you put your hands on it? I haven't done that, but from my reading, if it did, it would be very small. So, Yep.
Okay.
Yep. John, the electric fence is doing great, so no problems. It's all good.
Oh, that messed me up. I was like, "What about the electric fence with
I just saw John come up with that.
Electrolysis?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody said I should start a business doing it. Well, I'm not going to do that because I would hate to. I hate to.
What if somebody's pan got messed up?
Yeah, I'd hate to be that. But my dear friend,
yes,
my buddy Chef Scott Peacock has a piece that he is.
He was gonna send it off to have it cleaned.
He was gonna send it to Lodge and have it cleaned, and that
You said, "Don't do that. Just get it to me."
I told him that I would handle that for him. So,
but not something you want to do.
No. He's a friend of
mine.
I wouldn't have time, and I don't have the size that big a tank to do that. Does it take the rust off, or what do you do if it does? Takes the rust. It takes all of it off. And as soon as it comes off, it looks like bare metal. Now, if you leave it there long enough without starting putting some oil on it or grease,
would it eat it away?
The surface rust to start forming back, but it's just a little surface rust that you could wipe off.
Can you leave it in the tank too long?
No, you can leave it in the tank as long as you want.
Okay.
It will never damage it.
So you don't have to be in.
That's the good thing about it, is it? So if I don't have time, it can just sit in the tank, and yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Sure can. No problem.
Wow. That's interesting.
I'm gonna post a picture of that pan when I'm done. I'm gonna show.
Which one? The popover pan?
Yep.
I got some good recipes that I am going to try in that popover pan I shared with y'all. I've been saving them all in my notes, and we're gonna be like we're from England when this is all done.
The UK.
Yeah, in the UK.
Yep.
I wanna try it and want to use it.
That's right.
It's not just for looks; it's for use. So,
anyways,
I wish I hadn't said that about can a woman build it. You can't take stuff back when you're on a live.
That's right.
And I did not mean it like that. So forgive me if you thought I was belittling women. That is not my intent at all. All right. Well, we got a lot to do if we're going to go to the auction tomorrow.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah, but it's raining.
No, I heard it.
So we got inside stuff to do too. It's never ending around here. But we will hopefully get it done. If we were to go to the auction, we may record a little bit of it.
I think so. I think that'd be fun.
There is one that is in Jemison, next to Petals from the Past. It is on Saturday night. If they have that tonight, I might take off and go over to it.
Okay.
My buddy's not here though. Catherine and Tony are enjoying a little trip, and I told Jason yesterday that I had been missing my friend, talking to my friend yesterday. He said, "Who, Catherine?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, Tony's been texting me." And I said, "Well, I didn't want to disturb her while she's enjoying a trip. So, yeah, she'll be back soon."
Real soon.
And we're gonna go to auction on Saturday night. You can go or you can stay.
Okay.
Whatever your heart's desire.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Go. Well, y'all, I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday. I know some of y'all probably are getting this nasty cold weather, and y'all stay safe and warm.
That's right.
And we'll see y'all on the next one.
That's right.
Y'all be good.